While, quite a while, 3 weeks. Well, I know I don't have any followers, and I doubt I have anyone who's actually, interested in waiting for the next part of my playthrough. I probably should have done the talking before I started. You know what? Before I continue, I think I might have mentioned part of it in one of my past streams. Of course, because on Twitch it deletes them later. You can't see probably can't see the stream which one I'm talking about. However, if you were to go to my YouTube, you would see a stream titled Horse Haven Rant. And basically I was just ranting about my mom. You know how parents are in this day and age. You know how they be. And so in it I mentioned, I'm not sure if I directly mentioned it, but I did say something regarding my health, and I do have a health issue, which is a pain in the butt, and I despise it. But what can you do? You know, what can you do? And part of the reason was I was started on a new medication, and it was a rather bad flare-up, so, as well. So that's where I've been. And sorry about that. Streaming, I've also probably might have mentioned this before, but streaming isn't really something I want to do. Like, you know, like turn this into a career or turn this into something to get fame or money or whatever. This is kind of like something I would do when I'm bored or have free time. You know? It's a fun thing to do, but it's not that much of a priority. So, without further ado, let's get started. I don't think I'm gonna be reading like what is it? When it's like action or movement stuff, like the splash and the cough. So I'm just gonna be reading the or at least like background noises. Like if it's like a cough or a sneeze, I can probably mimic that. Probably. Help! Help! Someone please help! Where's Gingerbright? And where's Zombie Cookie? Pirate Cookie and the crew are missing too. Light. That light up there. We need to get up there. I just know we have to. Come on, Strawberry Cookie. Let's head up there and start looking for our friends. Hey! Wait! What's this shiny thing here? Is that a timer? Oh, please don't tell me these things are about to be timed or something. It's a round shiny thing. I've never seen anything like this. It looks so fancy and cool. If it is a timer, dang it. Did you just see that? The arrow in the middle just moved. You're right, the arrow moved. But there's nothing around here. Maybe it's like some magic? Or is it a compass? It's probably a timer. Let's ask Pirate Cookie. He's got to know at least something about this thing. It's stuck in the coral. It won't budge. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. We did it! Let's start our way up. The seawater is starting to make me feel all soggy. It's getting really difficult to move. I'm exhausted. Well, I don't really go farther with the like the main story and plot stuff. I do at least try to redo some of the old levels that I don't get 3 stars on and try to practice a bit. So plot stuff and all that. Going into this blind, if you've already played the game yourself or watched other playthroughs, then you probably know what's gonna happen. But I don't. So yeah. Oops. Collect coins. You know, in the beginning, I kind of thought the missions were just optional. Was just optional. I really just assumed the missions were optional in the beginning. Turns out they're not. And that's kind of the reason that I kept not getting 3 stars, because I didn't really do the missions. I'm probably not gonna get this stars. Good. What? Oh, I control. What? What was that? Okay, now I'm confused. Yeah, I know, I'll redo it, but I mean, I'm going to redo it, but like, that got me scared. For the people who watch me stream, I don't really think you guys came from any of my other socials, probably just came across me by chance. I think I have one friend who does know this is mine, and that's how they know me, but thing is that for those people who do know my other socials and stuff, I don't know, I don't really do much on my Instagram. Not really. Oops. Oh, so it's like see. So that's how that works. You know, I just keep getting confused. So is the see-through thing that character's ability or something? But anyways, I I don't really do anything while on my Instagram. It's kind of just there, you know? But on TikTok, well, I don't do much cosplay at the moment. I do cosplay and I write fanfiction. I am both proud and embarrassed to say that. I am a fanfic writer. All my stuff is under the same name and same picture, so if you guys want to check that out, you can, but not the reason I'm telling you guys. Well, I'm not like a popular fanfic writer, you know? But I would say that my works have a decent enough following. Look, I'm not like if you were to go to Wattpad, you see people with like thousands. I only have like about 100 followers. But I think my books have a decent amount of reads to where it's not just no one's reading them. Like, there's people who read my work. Just not that much. And I'm okay with that, I don't mind. I started writing fanfic kind of just because. So this is their ability. Let's look at why I'm not getting the 40,000. Like, why not? Why not? No, I don't even really know what these characters. So I'm guessing all these characters have like a different ability. I'm gonna have to learn how to figure that out. I'm gonna have to mess around with that later. Well, this probably won't be any real progression in the story line of the game, but oh well. Back onto the topic of my fanfic situation though. Like I said, I'm not a big fanfic writer, but I do have enough for people to be reading them. I think, but on my goal, like one of my things on my bucket list is to have like one fanfic that just blows up, you know? Have a fanfic that becomes one of those big fanfics in a fandom. Like an example would be like in the Hitalia fandom, we got like, what was it, off readers? My pronunciation is horrible for pretty much anything. I believe it's like off Wiedersnit. I'm not gonna try because I'm gonna butcher the German. I'm gonna seriously butcher the German word. Or like, what was it, Danish Slaughterhouse, there was another one that I can't remember the name of, but it was with Denmark and it was sad. And really emotional, I just cannot remember the name. And I really want to, like I read it, but I just can't think of the name. Or like in the Dream SMP fandom, how there is, what's it called? Why the heck can't I pass this? Am I missing something? I'm missing. You know what? I'll have to come back to this. I'll have to come back to this. I'll just have to come back to this. Hello, Ice Wizards, if you're still here. I'm not going to end stream just yet. Probably will end in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna have to mess around with the characters and figure that out before I get back to this so I can actually move on. Honestly, I'm a bit of an airhead and I lose track of, I lose my train of thought often, or I just completely go off of what I'm trying to talk about or say. But the thing is, my fanfic situation, I have habit of just kind of like vanishing. I have like a lot of incomplete works where I have like people who want part 2s for stuff, and I just don't give them part 2s or the next chapter of stuff. I have a really bad habit of leaving people on cliffhangers. So I guess with the remaining time, we'll just do some yeah, they're gotchas. Got cedar cookie. So each character has a different. So here's the thing, I'm technically to the Dream SMP fandom. Like, I'm not like a Dream stan or anything like that, or like one of those people who's like crazy about it. Honestly, originally I was just a Technoblade fan, and then I saw he was in it. I decided, you know what, let's check it out. It was actually, the lore was pretty interesting, so I stuck around. Thing is, I'm not fully caught up with the lore. Chocolate bonbon cookie. Starbuck cookie, that's the one from like that opening sequence, right? But basically, there is like the opposite kind of AU thing going around where they have like Nightmare or whatever for Dream. Or like Redza or Good Boy. What was it? I think it's Good Boy Halo. And so I was like, why don't I create some other opposite character? And I ended up coming up with like an opposite Technoblade AU. And working on it. And it's not like everyone's opposite, it's just his character is the opposite in that world or universe. And so I kind of like put out a basic, this is my rough idea, this is what I'm planning to do. And I was supposed to be updating in, what's the month? I was supposed to be updating another, like, actual chapters last month, October. But then my health situation happened. as well as my mom being my mom, and my health thing limits me with stuff I can do sometimes. And so one of the things was around one of my chores, and it was just like one time, and my mom was super mad, and she took away all my electronics just for me missing a chore. One time. Like, that wasn't really fair. But not like I could say anything, you know, she's the parent, whatever. And I'm not fully caught up in Dream SMP lore. Like, I only recently got into the Dream SMP. Recently, as in probably like 3 months. Max. So like I have to deal with the situation of rewatching well, not watching, but watching and rewatching the parts that I did watch of the lore to get as caught up as possible so I can actually write the fic. Because basically I'm planning like a whole on canon rewrite for the AU. Like, I have other, like, just mini ideas for, like, other stuff I can do, you know, but I really want to just do a canon rewrite first. That is the goal. All of my, I think, except for my Instagram, everything else is, like, under the same name. You guys want to check it out, but the thing is, you know, because like when you're in a fandom that has like lots and lots of fanfic and headcanons and stuff like that, like you hear things and you're like not sure which is lore and which canon and what's fanon. That's where I'm currently at. But there's also the fact that I have a couple of plot twist type situations for it planned out, and like, you know. I'm an angst fanfic writer. I like writing angst. I like making the readers emotional and sad and stuff. It's what I do. So it is going to hurt people emotionally because that's what I do. It's what I do best in fanfic. But I have a couple people who, because I said I was going to update it last month, and well, the main story, which is like the canon rewrite, I call it Crown of Silver Not Gold, isn't updated chapter. There is another book for part of like that series situation called Memoir of a People Pleaser, which is basically like some childhood backstory stuff to like show some character building and how his character became different from like, you know, canon Technoblade. and how do I put it? I kind of neglected like the main story. Because like I don't want to rewatch. It's like over 150 hours worth of stream. Who wants to sit there and watch all that? And this is coming from someone who binge watches anime. I don't want to sit there and have to go through that all. Like if I could just find a very, very detailed summary I would read, I would do that. But I haven't, so I have to rewatch it all, and that's what's taking me forever. But at the same time, like I have some like concepts and stuff from what I know for a fact happened, and different things that I'm going to include in the main story, but mainly just the little memoir book has the most things that I've planned out. I am going to end the stream now, but probably either sometime later this week or next week, I am going to come back to this after I figure it out. I'm not sure if I have Pancake, but if they really do, I will probably test them out and see if I can use them. So thank you, Sleepy Cocoa Brownie, for the advice. If that is advice and not you just being a character stan. And see you guys next stream.